Hey, my name is B-Boy Tranquil and welcome to Tranquil TV. This is episode 3, part of the Dynamic Movement series, and we're going to be doing a move today which is called the V-flip or the Valdez flip. This move is great for changing levels. So in the first episode I showed you like an aerial type of move, and then in the second episode it was more small detailed thread. Now this is about level changing and how you can quickly change from top rock to footwork, or you can even use freezes, and this move, the V-flip, is really great, and you can incorporate in from most positions as well. So if you practice it a lot as well, you'll also be able to learn back handspring after you develop the move quite a bit. So I'm excited to show you this. I learned this from a friend when I was younger, and it's been a great move to have in my vocabulary when I've been dancing. So I hope you can enjoy learning the move, and I hope you can do something new and interesting with it that I hadn't thought of. So let's get started. So as I said before, this move is called the V-flip or the Valdez flip, and I'll be teaching you it in 3 stages. It's amazing because as your confidence builds with this move, you're going to be able to go higher and higher and then develop and learn a flip as well. Don't rush forward and try and do it at high straight away, because then you might hurt your arm. Take your time, build up, and just enjoy the move, and take a week or two just to get comfortable and familiar with the move. So the first thing I want you to do when you're learning this move is to place your favorite hand behind you. Okay, so I'm going to use my strongest hand, which is my right hand, and I'm going to put it behind me like this, and you're just going to practice, and you're going to have your other hand, turn it up and look at it like that. Okay, as if you're holding a mirror in this hand, you're going to look at yourself like that. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to be able to throw your hand backwards. So you're going to throw your hand up into the air, and what you need to do is lift your hips at the same time. So first thing you're going to do is throw your hand up and keep looking at this hand, because this is going to be throwing, and you want to keep your eyes on your hand. So hand here, focus on your hand, and then from there look back. Okay, now you need to put your hips into it as well. So you're going to throw your hips and your hand back. So you're going to be like this. Hips up to the sky, keep your eyes on your hand. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to do. Make sure you're on your tiptoes, okay? And then we can practice these little hops. So you're going to be here with your hand behind you, and you're going to practice jumping like this. Okay, so do a few of those just to practice. Okay, push your hips up and your hand at the same time, jump and jump like that. So as you're doing that more and more, you're going to feel the bounce, and you need to throw your hips up and your hand up. You need to count to 3 to practice this and start with it. And what you're going to do is get used to looking up and get used to feeling confident with that. You don't want to start doing the move until you feel confident with that. So you get here, hand behind you, bounce, 1, 2, 3, and look, and try and reach, and you're almost trying to look for the floor all the way over the top. Now you're not going to do the jump like that on the first go, but that's what you need to practice doing to feel comfortable with this move. So I'm going to show you now the easy way to learn this and start with. So what you have to do, and I'm going to show you using this half circle here. You have to imagine your hand is where you are like this. So I'm just going to show you backwards so you can see this better. You're going to start by putting your hand and imagining there's a big circle around you, and you're going to jump around the circle. Follow your hand, but in a circular motion round. Jump around like that. So you imagine you're in the middle and your feet are going to go around the back. So your feet start here, but you're going to jump around. So you're going to start here. 1, 2, 3, round. Yeah? So that's what I want you to practice. And as you can see, it's quite horizontal to the ground, so it's really low to the ground. As you practice, you can start going more vertical, higher and higher. But for now, just start going round in a small way. Always keep your eyes focused on the hand that you're following, so you know where you're going. So I'll show you from this angle. Get your hand ready. Count to 3. 1, 2, throw around, 3. Now that's one of the versions and an easy way to start with this flip. So get used to that motion of looking at this hand and throwing. Your hand has to lead, so that's why I'm saying you're looking at your hand. Your hand's not down here, your hand leads first, and you're following. If you keep your eyes on it, you will follow your hand to the ground, and that's what you want to be able to do. Or you follow your hand is going to go around, and you're going to see the ground quickly, and that's going to stop you from falling over. So once you've developed that and you're used to doing that, you're going to try it a little bit harder now. So instead of jumping around, you're going to start to jump at a little bit of a higher angle, more diagonal. So jump across more diagonally. So get ready. And sometimes you can use a little tip. Some people like to do circle this hand round first and then follow up with the second hand. So round, round. That can really help. And keep on your toes, bouncing. So 1, 2, 3, round, round. So that's, as you can see, it's getting a little bit more higher now. The move's starting to develop. So round, jump. Yeah, and we're getting that more higher look to it. Once that feels comfortable, we're going to be able to go straight over the top. You need to keep your eyes on your hand. Now this is very difficult and you wouldn't do this straight away. You obviously need to take your time to learn this properly, but once you feel confident, all the way over the top. Yeah, so I'll show you that. So, and when I'm doing the one from the top, you can start from here or standing up, whatever feels comfortable. You go round, round, like that. One more time for you. Round, jump. Keep your stomach tight so you don't hurt your back. You need to have a really tight stomach and really use your abs so you're stretching out, not letting it all go into your back because you'll hurt yourself, okay? So round, stretch up and look and follow this hand. Make sure this hand leads. If this hand's down here, there's no good looking at it. You have to throw it up and look back. Just a little tip that you can do. If you're finding it hard from just still and low, it's a little bit easier with a bit of a bounce. So stand up, do the round, circle with your arm backwards. So round, down, and then throw after. Keep your stomach tight so you don't hurt your back. So ready? As you can see, it's got that look of a back handspring, almost like a bit of a backflip. So if you practice, you're going to be able to learn back handspring after that as well. Another little tip you need to remember is to have your hand facing backwards, because that's going to help your rotation around your shoulder. If you turn your hand inwards like this, you know, you're not going to be able to do it. So turn your hand backwards. Don't do it on your thumb. Have your hand flat. With this move as well, it's optional. You don't have to put your second hand down. You can put it down, but if you're going to put it down, you need to follow it. If you're not putting your hand down, it doesn't matter. You can turn and look at the hand that's on the floor, so you're always going around it. That way, you never lose where you are and fall over. So you just put your hand behind you. Always keep your eyes on your hand. That way, you're just jumping around. And make sure your body turns, because I see a lot of people, they try to do this and they don't turn. So look at your hand. If you're just doing the one with one hand, keep your eyes on your hand. So you can go round, down, throw, and that helps. So there's two versions. You know, there's one where the second hand goes down and there's one where it doesn't. That's completely up to you and your way you want to do it. So just decide on which one you want to learn and then practice that way.
Gorillas in the mist, it's flame gorilla in the midst of some guerrilla tactics, so you have to give it in and quick. It's not the skrilla stacking, pimping, macking fiction that we live. That's the banana peel you flipping at to slip upon and trip. Monkey bars from these bunch of tards, something our country doesn't have. Just come with something hard to bump up in your car. Gotta throw a bunch of nanas at the farce and play super flying, starting up until the sun outdoes the dark. I was once a young upstart, gunning up in the park. Listen to rap noise, smoking too. Always writing bars, never wondered about the art. I skipped general studies cause it wasn't worth the UCAS points. As you can see, a rapper MC with a lack of degree isn't exactly employable. And since 2003, when I finished my A-levels, I've been grafting away. An amateur that does it full time, and I'm still rapping today, not after fame status.
If you need any help, leave some comments below and I'll get back to you. Don't rush, take your time. You know, you should be able to learn it pretty quickly. If you did enjoy the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.